All right, what is going on, guys? It is Melch here, and I'm back with a new video. Now, this is an update to my previous video of getting back into day trading futures. This is basically the full second month of me full-time day trading futures. Last month was getting back in the groove, finding my strategies, finding my edge, getting back in the groove of trading. Very emotional time, very undisciplined time on the charts and away from the charts. But closing out of the second month, which would be June, I showed much more discipline on the charts. Still made some mistakes, but much more discipline on the charts and much more discipline outside the charts. And I want to go over what has changed since my last video, and then what has changed since last month, because we're already 2 weeks into July now, and I'm making this video. But I want to go over what has changed so far and how quickly I have been improving in my day trading. So coming into May, I had a mentor and I was in a coaching program, and I had courses that I was watching, and I was learning strategies from a very profitable day trader, a really good day trader that I really admire, and I really love his work, and I really would watch his live trading. I'd watch his recaps. I'd watch his course videos as well. And this is a strategy that I fully believed in, and I fully believed in his ideology. And during May, I had that information, but I was still trying to mold it into a way that works for me in my prop firm trading as well. So May, there was flaws in my strategy, and there's flaws in my tilt and my emotions and my trade management as well. So in May, I was blowing accounts, massive losses, etc., and making mistakes in my trading strategy. June, which was last month, I started off very harsh as well, blowing a few accounts, but slowly after that first week of destruction, as y'all can see, the damage was minimal. I didn't have massive losing days. This was a $900 lost day, but I didn't blow my account like I did with these other ones. So during June, I had a really harsh first week of me just going on tilt. And typically, guys, like I said, when I have a harsh week in trading, a harsh day in trading, yes, I made a tilt error, but I typically had something outside the charts that, caused me to tilt, caused me to be emotional, caused me to be impatient, caused me to be impulsive and not care, not give a shit, right? So June, the first week, was a bit hectic. After that, guys, I tightened up and performed really, really well, gathering data on my playbook, on my strategy, and slowly getting the risk management down. I was able to pass my first ever prop firm evaluation last month or the beginning of this month. I don't remember. I think it may have been the beginning of July or the end of June. I passed my first 50K evaluation. Yeah, it was the end of last month. I remember it was like one of these days. I passed my first prop firm evaluation on Lucid. It was a 50K evaluation, and I passed it, right? It took me about, I'd say 10, 11 prop firm evaluations to pass that. But like I said, guys, I was still mastering my strategy and mastering my emotions as well. So that's why I did blow the accounts. But coming into June to July, I did went ahead and fumble the payout. So I went 4 days in my prop firm, funded account, 4 days in the profit. I needed one more day to get the payout. It would have been like a $1,200 payout, my first ever payout, and I would have been positive on my prop firm investments. But I went ahead and went on tilt, and that's what y'all see on this Wednesday. I went on massive tilt. It was like I only put one trade, but it was a total of like 3 trades. I just went on tilt. I was 1 day from getting that payout, and I came to the charts, and I was just not 100%. My mind was on the money. My mind was on the payout. My mind was how much am I going to take out instead of focusing on the charts. So with that being said, up until that point, guys, June, the end of June, I ended it really nicely, and I passed the account, right? And coming up to this day, I was trading really good. 1K profit, small loss, 1K profit, 700 profit, massive loss, 1K profit, $500 loss. So I've been getting much more consistent with my risk management, my setups, my playbooks. It's just a matter of minimizing and eliminating these blow up days. So this was a big blow up day for me, and it really hit me hard because I haven't blown up like this. Like as y'all see in, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, since like you could say this was potentially a blow up day, or even this day right here was a bigger blow up day. I haven't blew up in like 2 to 3 weeks, right? So this blow up hurt me hard. It stung me hard especially because I was so close to getting that first payout. So obviously with that great pain, if you treat trading with a professional attitude, that great pain is a great learning lesson. So I learned to never do that again. And I learned to set guardrails, and that's what I have even right here on this Google document. And I'm not going to get into everything on here, but that's what I'm building my Google document, building my playbook, my risk playbook, my day trading session playbook, things of that nature to avoid these blow up days, right? To avoid blowing these accounts, guys, because I have never blown an account from taking 5 to 10 trades or 5 losses in a row. I've only blown an account with one trade, and that blows and wipes it all out. So it's not my strategy, it's my emotions, and it's my focus on the charts as well. I'm not focusing on the money. So guys, coming in, this is my 3rd month now at full-time day trading. I'm about to complete my 3rd month, and I'm taking it very serious, guys, very, very professionally. And I'm super excited, guys, to continue to improve. I'm doing the work that the average trader doesn't want to do. I'm studying on the weekends. I'm studying on my off days. I'm studying, reviewing data, not just journaling trades, because some people journal their trades. I review each trade that I journal. I review all the trades of the week. I categorize them by 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 0-star. Categorize them from best to worst. Talk to my Google Gemini, because I have it as my trading assistant, and it really helps me break down my trades, what went wrong, what went right, and how to set guardrails and rules to minimize the mistakes that I can minimize. Because there's some things in the market that happens, like for example, Friday, I was in the middle of a good ass trade, and then Trump tanked my trade with one single tweet. Right here, I was in profit, went break even, and then Trump fucking tweeted some bearish news about Iran war, and it tanked my trade. It caused me to kind of go on tilt for that day because I was just upset about that because I went break even, but I got slipped and still took a loss. But I managed it for a $500 loss on the day, which is not bad, right? So I'm getting better at, managing my tilt, managing my emotions. And I'm also getting better with trade management as well. Knowing when to, because I'm trading 50K accounts, typically my max risk for a specific trade would be $500. So okay, is this a $500 A plus risk trade, or is it maybe a $250? Is it just a quick jab, a quick scalp trade, only risking $100? So knowing these parameters and knowing when to put risk on, when to take a risk off, and things of that nature, that is what I'm getting really, really good at as well, guys. So if we just look at this year to date, right? Look at this daily cumulative P&L, right? And this isn't real money because I've been trading prop firms, but I still track when I blow accounts and whatever. Look at this, straight downtrend, guys. Straight downtrend. And like I said, those last few weeks of last month, I really started to show consistency. And then that Wednesday, boom, I tanked a little bit. But this is it, guys. Y'all can see the P&L curve slowly shifting, right? Literally, and having this in front of me, like really it really helps me and stay positive. And even when I have a bad day, just know, hey, look at the bigger picture. You're slowly improving. And that's what all that matters. So I think all in all, I'm not trying to track the exact numbers. And I used to have it on a whiteboard, how much I've spent on prop firms and how much accounts I've blown. I used to have it on a whiteboard in my room, but I'm not doing that anymore just because I don't want to have that negativity in front of me, or not even negativity, but I don't want to remind myself, oh, you blew 15 accounts, you wasted $1,200, whatever it is. I don't want to wake up and see that because I'm trying to project a positive outcome and project and manifest a positive expected return. So I have spent around, I would say, a little under $1,500 on prop firms this year. $1,500. Went through probably around, well, I have 4 accounts right now, but including these 4 accounts, I probably had like around 14 or 15 accounts. So $1,500, guys, is, we can just say I spent $1,500 on prop firms. And I have not withdrawn anything, but I've learned so many great lessons. I have gathered so much great data, so much data on my strategy. And as y'all can see, guys, it's just a matter of time until these massive dips like stop happening, and it's just small pullbacks, small mistakes, and I keep going up and up. So $1,500, guys, only for trading for about 3 months full time. And in the prop firm space, that's not bad at all. There's people that blow $1,500 on prop firm evaluations in a single week. So the fact that I've stretched this for 3 months and actually trying to pass these accounts professionally is a really, really good sign in my opinion. And not to think about the money or force it, but that $1,500 can realistically be made in one payout, right? I can easily get a 3K balance and request 50%, make $1,500, and boom, that wipes away all the prop firm losses. So I'm not focusing on that, and I'm not focusing on the money I've lost and spent. I'm just focusing on, like I said, the process. Waking up every day, clear-minded, rested, doing my process, staying focused throughout the session. Stop, just a little things. I'm not gonna give you out too much sauce because I've been really, really cooking with my data, really, really cooking with my process. But like I said, guys, I've been cooking. So this is just an update. Basically, month 2.5 of day trading full time, trading lucid funded accounts. I also just opened a live account and put $1,000 in there because I feel like I'm ready to have a live account to copy trade alongside my prop firm accounts. And that's just something I'm doing to really know, okay, I have a live account that I'm trading, copy trading right now. So I'm not gonna go crazy while I'm trading these prop firm accounts. Because if I wouldn't take that trade on my prop firm, why would I take that trade on a live account? If I wouldn't risk this $500 on a prop firm, why would I risk this $500 on a live account, right? So adding this live account, I think I'm ready for it. I think I have a higher probability of flipping this account than blowing this account. But I'm not focusing on the money. Like I said, just focusing on the setups, the risk management, staying focused, and obviously the whole other spill of my outside life away from the charts and making sure that is dialed in. And yeah, guys, I'm on my way to become a profitable day trader, guys. I told y'all I'm gonna do this, and I'm taking it extremely serious. I rarely go out to party. I never party, actually. I rarely go out. Maybe go out a few times a month with my girlfriend to enjoy a quick meal because we both work hard and we both sometimes need to go outside. But I do not do anything. I have a job that I just put my 2 weeks in. I just quit my job recently, or it's gonna end pretty soon. Because guys, that was causing me stress. That job was causing me stress. I was getting off at 10:30, 11 p.m., waking up tired for the market open, and that kind of ties into previous month where some days I just wasn't 100% because last night I was stressed from my job, coming home all wired, coming home all worked up and banged up from working in a kitchen. So I'm quitting that job soon. I'm looking for another just chill part-time job just to have something away from trading, something that forces me to get up and go outside and talk to people while I focus on day trading. So currently trying to find something. I'm not gonna rush it. Like I said, I just need a chill job, and I think that's the best thing as a day trader while you're trying to go full-time on day trading. Having a chill night job or afternoon, evening job is ideal. So we're still chilling, guys. We still have money saved up. We have money coming in still other places. But that's what's going on, guys. I'm super blessed. I'm feeling really positive and really confident and really getting good at mindfulness as well. So guys, I think it's really just up from here, and I'm super excited for the future, and I'll keep y'all guys posted. Peace out.